All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please like, share, and comment.
So regarding this trending news that has been going on, Basatar Mazen Namdekano and the appeal court. First of all, I saw this particular update from Vanguard about 4 hours ago, and the update says the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal on Friday, which is today, struck out an appeal filed by the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Namdekano, challenging alleged violation of his fundamental rights by the federal government. Appeal court strike out Namdekano's right violation suit against federal government. So what this particularly implies is that with an appeal, a report Mazen Namdekano made to the appeal court regarding federal government issue will violate his rights. And instead of looking into the file, Mazen Namdekano, they struck it out. They say it's irrelevant, that it lacks, is it jurisdiction or whatever. I don't want the full gist because I also saw it from Sahara reporters. They broke the news down. You understand? Let me read it to your understanding. And then after that, every video get played on the watch here for a whole lot of things that is still happening around Mazen Namdekano's case. The update from Sahara reporters say appeal court dismisses Namdekano's right violation suits. Alright, so this is the headline of the news, and then it went further to say an appeal court dismisses Namdekano's right violation suit, says case now academic after his terrorism conviction. It went further to also say the Director General of the Department of the State Service DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation AGF were named as respondents in the case. So these were the people Mazen Namdekano Jimakaha we filed that case to the appeal. So let's read further. It went further to say the Court of Appeal in Abuja on Friday struck out a fundamental rights appeal filed by the jailed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Namdekano, declaring the case academic following his recent conviction and life sentence. Alright. The Director General of the Department of State Service, DSS, and the Attorney General of the Federation were named as respondents in that case. Okay, however, a 3-member panel of the appellate court dismissed the matter, ruling that it had become an academic exercise since Kanu had already been convicted and sentenced by the Federal High Court in Abuja. This was actually their aim. A sentence, Mazen Namdekano first. A bruise of sentence, then every other thing, you understand? They will still be referring back to that sentence. They will be referring to it that since he has been convicted, that conviction as the main thing. Once they get it done, which they have achieved, then every other thing Mazen Namdekano they will say he has been convicted, just like they have done in this case now. Let's read further to hear more. Kanu, who was convicted of terrorism on November 20th, is serving his sentence at the Sokoto Correctional Center. In the lead judgment, Justice Bolu Kuromo Ugo held that Kanu's lawyer, Maxwell Obara, confirmed during the proceedings that his client was being held at Sokoto prison. As a result, the court could no longer order his transfer to Kuje prison as had been requested from DSS custody. Justice Ugo noted that Kanu himself has previously insisted on being remanded in a conventional prison instead of the DSS custody, adding that his current location in a correctional facility already aligned with his stated preference. With that, the court struck out the appeal for lacking merit, effectively shutting down yet another legal pathway Kanu had attempted to use to challenge what he described as the government violation of his rights. The latest ruling comes hereby a week after Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court convicted Kanu on a 7-count terrorism charge, ruling that federal prosecutor had proved their case beyond reasonable doubt. The IPOB leader was subsequently sentenced to life imprisonment. So this was the update I will now play you guys this other video. More details regarding Mazen Namdekano. Anyway, video no need the info. Meanwhile, Aloy Jimaka went to actually see Mazen Namdekano today. This was him inside the plane, returning back. He made a video of himself inside the plane, and this was it. So my happiness will now can again visit Mazen Namdekano and getting more details. They are still moving on this appeal case. Anyway, some other cases Mazen Namdekano will actually file on other courts, but started him and the federal government of Nigeria. So sit back, enjoy this video, and do well to share your thoughts and your opinion on the comment section. Hey, Chifuna. To video, I can always write with you. I don't want to say much. Look at the video. I'll be right back.
Personality is type. I can say that it's rare, because in the midst of that, he's living like a man who is only living above the situation he's into. Though he made mention of his heart condition, I don't know how he's being taken care of in the prison, but in all, I think he's not depressed as I thought, because we went to comfort and encourage him so that he can remain strong, and then also share 1 or 2 things from the gospel with him so that we can also pray together, which we did. So I think if you ask me, he was even advising and encouraging us, telling me to tell the Biafran youths, the Igbo youths, to calm down and that they shouldn't take any law in their hands, that they should all be in the right frame of mind, that they shouldn't go to start destroying things, that the cause of the law is taking effect. He believed that the judgment was full of injustice, that the appeal court would certainly correct it. He showed me some irregularities in the charges in comparison to the sentences. Some of the things he was sentenced for were the things that happened while he was in DSS custody. So he was asking me, how could I have done these things in the custody of DSS? From him, I discovered that about 3 to 4 unknown gunmen in the East. One of them, according to him, is those imported from outside to destabilize the East so they can tag him with it. Number 2 is one he called economic unknown gunmen, those who are making money from the situation, just leveraging on that to sap people. And the other one, the other guy in Finland, who he said he wrote a letter with his hand to him to let him know that he's not supporting what he's doing.
Now, outside his health condition where he talked to you about, did he express fear or concern about his ability to pursue his appeal, looking at the distance from Abuja and his legal team?
Those were actually main areas of his concern. Apart from that, he was very composed in the prison, but he was raising concern because he was right there talking to the other Controller General or one of the directors of prison that came to because as we were talking, people were there, some prison wardens were there to monitor what we were saying, to be sure we are not discussing. Yes, but I think what the Controller General came in along the line to let us know that our time has elapsed. I came in about 3 times, and I had him raising an issue that he's supposed to be in Abuja tomorrow to reconcile his record with the high courts before they proceed in filing in the appeal court, without which appeal court cannot hear his case on foot. And he has only 90 days window to pursue this case. So he was not quite happy that no signal has been given to Sokoto to bring him to Abuja on 28th to do that and return back. I also heard when he was requesting to talk to his lawyer over an issue that the lawyer was raising about misunderstanding about some things he wrote in, he gave him to file for him.
He's feeling bad about not being able to speak to his lawyers, but I remember very well that he sacked his lawyers.
No, he didn't sack his lawyers.
But it was everywhere.
No, he didn't sack his lawyers.
So what did he do?
He decided to defend himself in this case and employed the lawyers as consultants to advise him.
That was what he told you?
Yes.
Okay.
So they were still working. Even right when I was there, one of the lawyers came in with me, Dr. Barsakeliti, and I landed out Jimako, and Maxwell came a day before I came, and things like that. So the lawyers were still working with him, but they work as consultants with him. When he saw the way the tragedy of the case, he felt, let me defend myself in this one, because he was saying that the court has no jurisdiction to try him. He raised about 3 points in that, and not a lawyer. He said that there was a revision from Kenya that is abridging already an existing international law, that there will have been a formal process of bringing him down from Kenya. That was not done. He was kidnapped. By that kidnap alone, that the case had been messed up. He also said that the law upon which he was tried in terrorism was a repealed law. In 2013 or so, it was repealed. That the law is no more in existence. So that alone has spoiled the case. And then he also mentioned that the crimes he committed, according to them, he committed them in London. And that case should be tried in London, not in Nigeria. And again, that nobody will have been a terrorist talking. Like something that's like churches who pray, die. If they say die, and people die, would they say that they are those who killed them? If you don't catch anybody in the act with a gun shooting, you also raise an alarm that are people who carry gun around that have not been arrested. I don't want to go into those ones now.
If you say he was supposed to be tried in London, he was brought back to Nigeria and he was tried in the competent court.
That's the point. It was that the court, being competent, has no jurisdiction over the matter. Because of this point he raised. That's why he challenged the jurisdiction. He put a motion for challenging the jurisdiction of the court. And according to him, the court did not pay attention to that motion at all. That according to the court,
someone who is on trial, do you think it's right for that person to exhibit some certain behaviors while in court?
That is also an issue. From another lawyer who was there, he behaved rudely. But the lawyer said that he understands why he was behaving rudely. There was not given room to tender his final written address, which is a right of every defendant, that the court refused him tendering that. And that is a kind of incriminating him. But that's the only way he can put a defense to every allegation that was levied against him in that place.
Like telling the judge, God punish
He
you?
said, because when he said that was when the judge denied him that final written address. He now knew that this is an injustice. It is not normal with the law court.
Are you in support of Kanu?
I know in support of what he did in the courts, but I also know he's a human being who can overreact. Even Jesus one day became angry and pulled the cane.
Are you supporting him for everything from the beginning to where he is right now?
I did not support some of his actions, but I support his agitation. Because Nigeria is collapsing. You and I know that. And not only Kanu, from Sokoto Street, I discovered that even Hausas in the street of Sokoto, Fulanis, some of them, good ones among them, who are rational enough, are in support of
But do you realize that he actually called for people to be killed?
I don't follow his broadcasts. I am so busy to know whether he said that or not. But I'm telling you, people's feeling. That day he was condemned, or rather sentenced, in the whole of Biafran land, in the whole of Igbo land. I am a bishop, I'm around. It looks like people, somebody, like, it's like a dead, somebody died.
But people were jubilating. We saw all the videos and pictures on
Not
social
in Igbo
media.
land. It's like the day.
In the southeast.
No, if I see anybody jubilation, it's political jubilation. I am telling you as a bishop, we are close to the people. It's like somebody died in Igbo land. It's like the hope of the Igbos buried. That is how average young man in Igbo land felt that day.